Okay, so setup wise, like I said, I like feet closer together. I think a little bit more weight just sort of pinching onto this front foot just slightly to get that sort of angle of attack we're looking for. But as we said, the length of backswing determines how far it goes. These two swings are sort of basically the same length shot. Okay, that's the backswings you made on each one. Okay, now that for me is a little bit more wrist than we'd like. Okay, don't need to have too much wrist. Okay, if you have more than sort of 90 degrees here, you've overhinged your wrist. And if you've got 90 degrees, I'd imagine at that point it's a pretty good chance you're going to continue the wrist hinge a little bit more and just get a little bit too much, and that's going to create a slightly steeper angle than we really want. Okay, but at least the length of backswing in terms of your arms is the correct position back. So from here now we can accelerate through, club still blurring at this point, and accelerates through now continually and slows down here. Whereas this one now we sort of slow things down, stopped around here, and then we sort of carried on with a bit more of a movement afterwards once the ball's gone. So this movement here now is kind of like you sort of trying to finish the swing, but in reality the shot's been hit, slowed down, you've already started decelerating from about here because your brain suddenly thought, oh, that's a lot of power for this. These are both trying to go 40 yards, okay, and that's a lot of that. For me, there's probably sort of 50, almost 55, 60. So once you're coming down the golf ball now, you've got to slow down. You can see when your arms are sort of dropping and slowing, the head just moves back just a little bit. If you look at your head down in relation to the breeze blocks of the back, it just sort of moves a little bit over to that right side just slightly. You see that? That's going to obviously create a little bit more of a movement back to that right side. Could encourage the club hitting the ground a little bit earlier. So a club slowing down, coming down a little bit too steeper than we want because of the extra wrist hinge, and your head moving this way is going to encourage ground first shots. Okay? And therefore, if we're not accelerating the club through the ground, it's just going to just stick in the ground, especially in the winds we've had now. The mud being quite soft out there, you're just digging, it's like a knife into butter in it. So at least if we can accelerate the club through this, there's a bit less head movement there. You can see you're swinging the club down, you're accelerating through, the club's still blurring post-impact, still blurring, and then it sort of slows down afterwards. Okay, so a bit more weight on that left foot at setup, and just shorten the backswing with less wrist hinge. And then from there you can accelerate fully without trying to and quit on it. Does that make sense?
Putting too much weight on this right leg is also encouraging me to hit the ground.
Yeah, of course, yeah, definitely, yeah, exactly. Where your sternum's going to be, if your weight's too far on this back foot on here, there's 3 or 4 things there really setting yourself up to hit the ground.
A bit more of a neutral stance again.
Yeah, a bit more left-sided slightly, yeah. Okay, make sense?
Thank you.
Good man, we'll have a couple more there, mate. Try and do some different targets, okay?